Hello, guys. Thank you very much for joining in. This is Sam. This is Ganesh Nayak, and I help finance professionals and students to excel in their career and become a better version of themselves. And today I'm back with my one of my videos where I'll be talking about how one of my student, his name is Puneet, and he has been preparing for the exam and he cleared the exam in the first attempt. Okay, and this video is primarily to understand what has been his journey, how he prepared, what are the challenges that he faced, and what are the new things that he did primarily to enhance his preparation. What was the final outcome of the entire thing? Okay, so Puneet, thank you very much for joining in and putting your time and giving your valuable time and helping the community on this entire
Yeah.
preparation part.
Hello, sir. Thank you for having me with you today.
Thank you. Great.
Yeah.
And so the first very basic question that I would have from for you is primarily that when you decided to go for FRM, so what were you doing? What was your work experience? What were you doing basically on that point in time?
Yeah. So I am actually a computer engineer and I am working in an investment bank's IT department. So working there, I wanted to learn more about the finance part of it. Being an engineer, I
Okay.
don't have a good finance knowledge. So I need to practically understand the functional requirements of the business. So
Okay.
for that, so that motivated me to learn to start this FRM course.
Great, great. And so how many years of work experience you had on an average before you
I
started?
had one before I started. I had 1 year of work experience.
Right now. So now when you picked up the book, when you went to the curriculum, you decided, okay, I want to go for the exam, and you looked at the book. Did that happen that you felt that okay, this book is easy for me because of my background, or this particular book is difficult for me because of my background? What was the thought on that?
Yes. So basically, book two I felt a bit easy for me, being an engineering background. So many of the topics were there overlapping with my engineering syllabus that I'd already prepared, like probability stats and those kind of topics
Okay.
were. So I could correlate those things.
Okay,
Being
finally
an engineer.
engineering is helping a lot of students.
Yeah.
And
Yes, correctly.
any
So
any
that
book
quant
that
part
you've
was not a fear for me, but the book three part was like pretty new for me. The
ah,
financial products that I saw,
okay,
even the exotic options part, like how these things went into an advanced way. The
okay.
topics like exotic options we saw in
Hmm.
the book three. So that was like not difficult, but very new for me, and like I enjoyed preparing for the, enjoyed learning that new thing,
Okay.
and also there were some topics in book four actually, the
Hmm.
bonds topics,
Right.
but
Right.
yeah, actually the concept was easy, but the numericals that were there were pretty much lengthy. So
Hmm.
like I was a bit scared that I would have to like devote time for practicing those questions. Yeah,
So
but you made it easy because like you had given some like tips like how to conceptually understand that problem, like instead of just memorizing
okay.
the steps and all. That made a bit easy for me, even though it was difficult. But yeah, practice is the key. You have to practice.
Right. Now, when did you join us, and when did you properly started your preparation for the July exam? And which month primarily?
Yeah, I joined in December 2020
Hmm. And
for the July 2021
from
exam.
there, what was your schedule in terms of your own preparation on a daily basis? How many hours you were doing your preparation?
Yeah, so on daily basis, on the weekdays, actually, I didn't used to get pretty much time for devoting to FRM, but like I used to make a point that at least 1 hour I give to the daily preparation.
Hmm.
And in the weekends, I used to follow your lectures regularly, and I had set a proper timetable for the weekend actually.
Okay.
And I used to follow your instructions and try to complete it in like split it in the entire coming week for the next weekend sessions.
Perfect. And
So
so this 1 hour part was there from December till June, or you increase your hours after some months primarily?
yeah, initially it was less, but like gradually in the months of like February, I like tried to make it to 1.5 2 hours.
Okay.
But then in March, there due to like COVID at home, I had to like again my studies were had come down because they were slowed down basically because
Hmm.
of the
Okay.
health conditions at home.
Okay.
But yeah, but after March and the condition was stabilized and again picked up the gear, and we had frequent catch-ups so that I can cover up
Right.
the syllabus in a proper way. That helped
Right.
quite a lot.
So
And
what was that time frame? entire 1 month you could not prepare, that Feb month of March month primarily, or how many days you could not prepare
Yeah,
properly?
yeah, approx like beginning of the March, 14 days were in quarantine, so that was a very hectic period because I had COVID.
Okay.
But after that, like gradually as my health improved, I started my preparation again, and I
Okay.
started coming on track. Yeah,
Okay. And so when you were able to complete one entire reading of your curriculum,
yeah,
which
I
month?
was able by April end. I was like after March, I picked up the gear again, and I targeted by April end. I completed one entire round of the book.
Okay. Okay.
And
And
actually parallelly I was solving the question banks also, the topics which I had completed, so that I don't get a load, too much load at the end that I have to cover the question banks also. So as and when I completed some topics like five topics at a bunch, I
hmm,
used to solve the your question banks, so that
perfect.
pretty much helped to clarify the concepts.
Perfect. Perfect. And also, in terms of solving of the question back, okay, the chapter wise questions,
Yeah,
when you were able to solve that entire one proper solving of the question bank?
yeah, so by April end you can say,
April, and also you were able to complete more or less. Okay. Now, in
more
the
or
month
less.
of
Yeah.
May and June, what was your strategy? What were you doing at that point in time?
So in May and June, basically, I kept a target of completing all the four books, like revising all the four books again thoroughly again, because one reading is not quite sufficient.
Hmm.
Because I know the exam is a theoretical, so we need to be strong on the theoretical concepts also. So I followed even your crash course revision lectures that were there. So I
Ah,
kept a track.
yes.
Along with that,
Hmm.
I targeted to complete one full reading of all the four books in those 2 months, and I gave some mocks, like around 5 mocks.
Okay.
I targeted to, yeah,
And within that 5 marks, you
for
also
the
solved
exam.
the institute mock, the sample paper, is it? Or
Yeah, GARB sample papers. Yeah, that
and the mocks
yeah,
which
that
we
was
had to.
along with the revision. That was along with the revision. Like
Acha. Okay.
I
Okay.
attended.
Okay. Okay.
So I kept some time for revision and some time
Uh-huh.
for solving the past papers, because I'd already completed one round of reading with you and the question bank. So I was trying to correlate how much I'm able to solve the GARB sample papers along with the revision that was going on parallelly with you in the crash course revision videos.
Okay. Okay. I know the YouTube session that we had
Yeah, yeah,
taken.
that was pretty very helpful. Yeah, yeah, that was
Yes.
very
Yes.
helpful.
Now, what happened on that day of the exam? So, like you said, you did your mock preparation and all. When you went for the exam, the 4 hour. Okay. What happened in that
Yeah.
4 hour?
So in that 4 hours, so basically I, because it was a 4 hour exam, I targeted around 25 questions per hour, because,
Hmm.
and I kept a track that I keep on solving. If I was going slow on a particular question, I tried to pick up in the next question, and like roughly I could complete, like go through and attempt 25 questions in an hour. So that was my strategy on the exam day.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mm,
Got it. Got
yeah.
it. So now, did you face any difficult question during the exam, or primarily, I will frame my question in such a way that out of 100 question, were you able to solve entire 100 question in that 4 hours?
N- No, not the. I mean, I went through all the 100 questions, but like there were some questions which were like difficult or new. Some concepts were like I couldn't recollect much. So, but
Hmm.
around 80 questions I could attempt well. Like, and the rest 20 questions I had, like, I attempted the nearby options that I felt that
Okay.
I had revised it somewhere. Yeah.
So when you said 80 question, you were able to solve properly. What was your confidence? How many right you will get out of that 80 question?
60 to 70, I thought it should be right.
Okay. Okay. Now, when this happened, okay, was there a period of panic during the exam, or you felt that okay, these are difficult questions, I'm not able to do anything such that
No,
happened in
I
that?
didn't panic because I'd practiced well that in mocks also, that
Okay.
panic would not help me in any way actually. And
Hmm.
if a question is difficult, there might be surely a easy question waiting for me next. So I just
Wow.
kept it
Okay.
for review. I just kept it for review, marked the answer that I felt which was very near, and then I jumped to the next question. And at the end, actually, I had some 10 minutes left. So then
Hmm.
I quickly went through those questions that I had kept it for review. So I could again solve 2 to 3 questions from that also. So it
Okay.
that kept that strategy helped me a lot in that way.
Okay, perfect. And then you were able to see the score of your exam around. What was that score? And what was
Yeah.
the feeling that you when you saw that score?
Yeah, actually, I expected a bit much, but it was okay. Like I had hopes that I could pass well because I had balanced all the four books in the exam.
Hmm.
So yes,
Okay.
so
But what was the score range? Was it 57 or if I'm not wrong, it was around that
it
point,
was
right?
in 52. Yeah, it was 50 to 60, 50 to 60.
Right. So when that was the score, so I think so. Lot of students go with the expectation that okay, if I'm not above 70, then I might not clear, or if I'm not
No,
above
that
60, right? A lot of students go with that. So was there any such
yes.
thing in your mind when you saw that score?
No, I didn't get demotivated at all because I knew that the key here is to balance all the four books. And even if
Hmm.
the score is late, but I've balanced the quantiles in all the four books, then I should be able to clear the exam. I mean,
Okay.
so I
Perfect.
was a bit tensed, but then um, I even knew this concept of the quantile balancing. So I didn't get depressed after seeing the score. I just
Okay.
kept a positive thought and my fingers were crossed before the result.
Okay. And when the result came, obviously, you informed your family and friends. So what was the reaction of people around you?
Yeah, so my family was pretty much very happy actually, and even the and even it was good among the friends. The reaction was pretty awesome. And yes, like there's the results have announced, so I'm expecting that I will gain more recognition as and when I approach more people
Hmm.
and express my interest and my capabilities that I've gained through this FRM level one course. But the knowledge that I've gained is very invaluable actually.
Hmm.
Like currently I'm working in an IT department, but I'm able to understand the business requirements better that they give us.
Right.
Able to understand the terminologies behind that, the thoughts behind their requirements. I mean, why they are requiring this. So I'm like pretty much I am able to uh, I'm able
Hmm.
to um, like I'm
Connect the
able to
dots, and
experience,
you're
yeah,
able
connect
to.
the dots. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'm
See,
able to
because
connect the dots.
IT roles right now, they want people who know functional knowledge also. It is not
Correct,
purely
correct.
IT as such, because that's a techno-functional role that people now are moving towards.
Yeah.
So that is
Now
definitely going
fintech,
to, yeah,
fintech has a
fintech.
huge demand. Yeah,
Yes, and this is
definitely.
definitely going to help you in your you yourself being projected as a techno-functional role, person in the next 5 6 years. Definitely, it is going to help you. Perfect. And
Yes.
one more quick question: if suppose today somebody comes and joins you, ask you primarily that okay, I want to clear FRM. What will be the top 3 tips that you would give that student?
Yeah. So first tip would be that you should maintain consistency in your preparation,
Hmm.
and you should not feel low. Like at some point of time, you're getting tired with your daily schedule that you're not able to study along with your regular schedule, or if you're feel getting demotivated or tired, then basically you should learn how to take rest and not you should not directly quit the course because even I had many
Hmm.
ups and downs during my preparation, but then I decided that no, I have to uh, give the exam, and I didn't give up basically in the entire period. So we should not give up, and we should try to maintain consistency. And of course, like he should be under you. I mean, your guidance was very invaluable. So yes, so
But real
if
fight,
intelligence,
please go ahead.
yeah. And
Yeah.
you always kept us motivated, you kept us, the frequent catch-ups were always there before the exam, 1 month before the exam were also there. And I remember even before the exam I was a bit panicked because I had gone through a lot of ups and downs. I had called you that I'm not sure if I will be able to prepare. So like you kept me motivated always, and of course the tips that you gave are very
I
invaluable.
know the
So yeah,
last 2 3 weeks
last
I
period was
remember.
very crucial. Yeah, I
Right.
was in constant touch with you.
Perfect,
Yeah,
perfect. And definitely see the major fight was done by you, the major preparation. Consistency was the key, like you said.
yeah,
If you break that consistency, it becomes a bit of a problem to restart and get to that level primarily. But definitely this video which we are now discussing, and this the audience which is going to watch this, they will be really it will be really helpful for them to plan and understand what all problems people who are clearing the exam, what problems they are facing, Because like you said, you got impacted by COVID and still you were able to maintain that consistency. Still, you were able to clear the exam in the first attempt. That is a very, very good learning for the people that do not lose hope. Whatever ups and downs that you see during the entire preparation, please make sure that you have the consistency and you clear the exam in the first attempt. Right? So
Yes.
thank you, Puneet. Thank you for your time. And I'm really thankful that you have taken time in your preparation for this discussion, because this is definitely going to motivate a lot of people in the future. Thank you very much, Puneet.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. It's my pleasure. Yeah.